We are not alone. You are watching Contact TV with your host, Lesley Mitchell-Clarke, exploring ufology, metaphysics, and beyond with the world's foremost experts. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Contact TV. Now, believe it or not, in our 14th year. Incredible, but true. And today I'm really excited because we have a marvelous guest, and this is her first visit, but hopefully not her last, certainly, to Contact TV. And we are welcoming Judy Sackaney, who is the not only a wonderful visual artist, but she is the producer and director of a marvelous conference coming up in August, all about Bigfoot. Bigfoot Will Heal Us, the healing of the clans. And so without any further ado, I am so thrilled to welcome Judy. Judy, thank you for being here today with me.
Hi, thank you, and Lesley. It's nice to be here. I had a safe trip here from up north and had a good experience on my way here too. So,
oh my. Yeah. Do you want to tell us about your experience before we get into anything further, or do you want to wait on that one?
Yeah, let's wait on that one. And we could go up from then to now to just like what happened in like an hour ago.
That sounds fantastic. So, Judy, tell me, how did you become involved in this work with Bigfoot, and I would have to extend that to other elementals? Have you always had the sight, as we, the shining, as we call it in the Irish culture? And is it something that is part of your family tradition or genetic within your family?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, First Nation, first of all. I'm Cree, Mushkegowuk Cree from Treaty 9 territory. And my dad raised us, and my mom too, raised us in a small town named Cochrane. That's where I was born and raised. My older siblings was born out in the land or further up in Moosonee area. But we're Cree people, we're Cree nations, and we always had a teaching about Sabe, or in our language we would say Uchi Skocho, meaning Bigfoot in Cree. And we always had a connection with them. There's teachings along with them and what their role is in this world today. And the first time I came to see one, I was about 18, 19. I was traveling down south to North Bay, and I was in the back seat, and my sister was driving, and I thought I saw a big log, but it's like upright log. Oh. And I was like, wow. Then it started moving. I'm there like, whoa. And then my sister in the back seat, she was with me, and she said, what did you see? And I told her, I couldn't say nothing at first. I go, I saw a Sasquatch. And she looked at me and she goes, I believe you. And I go, okay. But my other two sisters were in the front. They just kind of laughed it off, like, because they heard us talking. But I know what I saw. Mm-hmm. So that was my first ever seeing them in the physical. But when I was younger, I always knew of them. Mm-hmm. And our families used to go blueberry picking out east of Cochrane every year, because Cree people, we do blueberry camps. And so we went out there almost every year. And then after that, like maybe about 10 years ago, we went out blueberry picking, my older sister and her husband and myself, 3 of us. So many experiences out there with them. Mm-hmm. And that's when I first heard them speak. Oh. And they were speaking a language I can't even try to imitate that. Because, and as I was blueberry picking, I saw one sitting there perched behind these pine trees, and I'm there like, I see you. I just said, I see you, and I could hear you. And I kept on looking over at my brother-in-law, my sister, like I was here, there, one was there, my sister was there, her husband was over there. And then I kept on hearing them. I could hear them talk. So I asked them, can you just protect us? Because we're picking blueberries here, and we want to just protect us from the bears and wolves because we're in open field, right?
Oh, yeah.
And blueberry picking, and then when I saw him, like it was a young one. I go, I could see you, and then they were talking, and then I looked, and asked for protection, and I started picking away blueberries, and then he moved way further this time, and I could see him like perching behind these pine trees, and I'm like, I can still see you. and then I'm there, I can still see you, but just protect us if there's bears or even moose coming by. And so I continue on picking, and then I looked up, and I see this little pine tree about maybe this high, and it seemed like it was stepped on. It was like on the side. And I'm going, that looked like it was stepped on. And sure enough, I went over there, and I saw a big footprint.
Oh my!
And
goodness.
I was like, wow. I said,
Yeah.
okay, he stepped on this little pine tree. I was thinking, and then I saw the next one, and then the next one. So I went to count them, like how far apart were they, and they were about 5 feet apart stride.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So that was a large.
Yes, it
a
was
large
really big.
being.
His footprint was maybe about this big,
Oh, my
about 5
goodness.
feet apart each time.
What a stride!
And then,
huh?
and then I was like, and then I could still hear them talk, right? I could still hear them. I was like, okay, I hear these guys. Just protect us. I kept on asking for protection, but I don't understand what you're saying. I said, I don't understand what you're saying. Just protect us. And then there was lunchtime. And my sister and I saw my sister and my brother-in-law went to the car, and they said, Judy, it's lunch. I go, okay. So I went there I recorded that part too, where I was taking strides. I do have a video of it somewhere. And so we went to the car, and my sister and I said, okay, I know I'm not the only one that's hearing them. And then they fussed up there. My sister, yes, I hear them too.
Oh my
And my
goodness.
brother-in-law, yeah, I see a lot of tracks where I'm picking. And I go, okay, good. I'm not going crazy. You
Yeah.
heard them. She goes, yes. What did you say? What did you say to them? She told me the same thing. I asked them to protect us. I go, that's it. Thank you for saying that, because that's all we need to ask them to do while we're out here, because it's part of our tradition. And they know that to harvest blueberries, because that's what we do.
They know that from millennia.
Yeah.
They know that. When you heard them talking, would you say you were hearing an auditory noise, or was it in your head?
It was an auditory noise. It was
You
coming
could
from the direction they were
actually
saying.
hear
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've heard about them speaking
Yeah.
in another language, but I think that I find that fascinating, because that's the first time I have ever heard that.
Wow.
That is because they can communicate in different ways. Like in
Yes.
the way they communicate with Mike Patterson. Sometimes it's fully auditory. Sometimes it's purely telepathic.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get both types of communications?
Actually, there's 3 types.
Ah,
Okay. Telepathically, and then the vocalization, and then the energy frequency.
oh yes.
Okay, when you feel it, and when you feel their presence, it feels like pure love. All I can describe it like that. It's pure love, and it's a feeling that you get, and you know that they're there, but sometimes they would allow you to see them, and sometimes not. But like I said, I just take a picture, and then they appear. in
Well,
the
they
picture.
allow that too, and
Yes.
sometimes you can't see them with your naked eye, but the digital technology and the way it can pick up EMFs and other things, that,
Yes.
spirit voices and what have you, it is able to catch those images in a unique way that ordinary film can't always do.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating, and so I believe they did protect you
Oh yeah.
during the blueberry picking. And I have to wonder if there isn't an ongoing relationship that maybe you don't remember every part of.
Yes. So, because our family's been out there every year, so they know who we are. And then past couple of years, I haven't been out there because, I just been busy. And for past 4 years, I haven't been up there to blueberry pick. So the leader the one that's up there, because we've seen him a couple of times. I've seen him a couple of times up there. Okay, there's a couple of other situations that I had with them when we were going out, check out the blueberries. And go check out the blueberries, see how the blueberry is going. And then we were driving. I just happened to look in the open field. I see this tall, dark, which I thought was a tree stump again. And I go, oh, that's just a tree stump. And then I start walking. I go, whoa, that's Bigfoot. Stop. I said, I see Sasquatch. And nobody wouldn't look. They were all scared. And there was like 4 of us in the car. And I go, just look. He's way over there. He can't touch us. He won't touch us. And then they were like, no, we don't want to look. I go, okay. So I said, okay. Well, anyway, he was walking. It was like maybe about 500 meters. Like, it was that far. Yeah. And I was like, whoa. And then my sister asked, was he walking towards the blueberries? I said, yes, he was.
They probably love the blueberries.
Yeah. And then the next day we went out there and we were blueberry picking. And this is like the next day we went out there, and just a lot of things happened in that area. And we were blueberry picking, and we heard like wolves. Wolves, but they weren't wolves. I knew they weren't wolves. And my sister was like, oh, I hear wolves. And I go, and at that time I was using my intuition, was starting like really coming back strong, because I remember I used to see spirits when I was younger. And then I was like, then when you're growing up, you're a teenager. And then I remember my grandfather passing away, my Mushim, and I remember him coming to me and laughing and saying that he was fine and stuff like that. And I go, oh yeah, he's okay. And then people were like, what? Someone said something, and then it turned off. Like I turn it off because when you're 15 and you don't understand those kind of messages that you're receiving, so I just turn it off for a bit. But I always was intuitive after that. But I was really coming back, really like in my late 20s.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So my other one, my experience was that, and then of course seeing big tracks out there. Like we saw a humongous track about this big, and my sister stopped, and she goes, stop. I was driving. She goes, stop, because I see a huge track. I backed up, and sure enough, there's a huge track like this. So there is a clan up there. I found out there's clans all over, just like you know how Cree people are, Native people are, Indigenous people are. Yes. There's Indigenous, there's Cree, there's Ojibwe, there's Dakota, Lakota, all different nations. Same with them. They're different clans, different nations. I don't know all of them, but everywhere I go, there's a clan there. There's a clan living there, and clan here and clan there. They're all over, and they could be in your backyard. They could be everywhere. And anywhere. Yeah.
I think that they are, and I think they go wherever they want.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked a lot with Mike Patterson on one of the last shows I did about their ability to adjust their vibrational level, internally, so that they can appear or not appear, because they're being hunted by people who don't understand.
Yes.
And they can be physically harmed, I think, when they're in the physical, when they're in our 3D zone.
Yes.
So we have a responsibility to protect them as well, because they are certainly one of the original people.
Yes.
If not the original people that was untampered with genetically.
Yes.
We have a responsibility to protect them, which is one of the beautiful things that I feel coming from your conference in August, is we're talking about healing and integrating with them spiritually. I mean, that's how I perceive it. And everything that we're going to do is going to be in that spiritual realm. Who knows? They may even incarnate sometimes as humans if they choose to.
Yeah.
It's a universe of free will.
Yes.
And so that's entirely possible. And I said this before, but I have had a number of people do it when I was doing interlife regressions, which is about what happens after we leave our physical body. When people appear before their council, which is one of the commonalities that we have, it's not unusual to see not only ETs of different types, but to see a Sasquatch or two in your personal counsel. So we are conjoined with them. We are in the same spiritual group. And what I'm hoping is that, this will be a time of disclosure. And as we disclose about the presence of ETs and other things and the nature of reality and everything it's now just buzzing, that they will feel free enough to make more direct contact, which I think they can do. I think they're just being cautious.
Yes, and they are doing that as we speak. People come to me all the time, and even my own boss at work, she starting to see them as the way we see them, like I see them, and she thought, "Am I going crazy?" I go, "No, this is they're showing you," because when people start healing themselves, they raise their vibration, they raise their frequency. So when you raise their frequency, you're going to see these other dimensions. It's like tuning in a radio station. You're tuning in. And that's why I think when someone asks me, Judy, can you see if this? I go, wait, let me tune in first. I go and then you tune in and then you connect spiritually or whatever. But when we talk about the past life thing, the inter life, I totally believe that, because I shared that with you one time where I had a past life regression, and sometimes they come in, like I remember things, and one time I saw my hands all hairy, and I was like, whoa. I'm hairy, but it's me still, you know. It's my it's consciousness. Yeah, it's my consciousness speaking, but I'm hairy. But I was helping this little boy. He was lost in the woods. And I guided him out to where the humans, the parking lot. I guided him out, and by his, I say late 1800s, just by his clothing. That's how I could date things, by their clothing, and I say about the late 1800s because he had those little those shorts with suspenders.
The little suspenders, short pants.
Yeah. So that's how he was clothed in a little white T-shirt, came up here with the collar, And he was, and he had those little hats on too. So, and he had a army cut haircut, and really short hair. And I remember I guided him out, walking him through the path, and I guided him out to the parking lot, where there's people there.
Well, that's a very significant memory. And certainly evidentiary of a lot of things. And your connection with these beings is very close. And very established, which is why you're doing this kind of work. And I think that we will be protected for the entire conference.
Oh, yeah.
And that there are going to be a number of sightings and much activity, and even other activity from our ET friends.
Yes, the
maybe,
star beings, the star people. We call them star people.
The star people.
Because that's our creation story of where we come from, how that's how I, even after seeing when my dad passed and asking him, "Where are you now, Dad?" And he showed me, he was with the council with the star people.
Oh, that's
sitting at the round table, something like this, and he was sitting there. And if my sisters are watching, they'll know his position, because that's the way he sits at when we play cards at the table. He's like that. And he's just looking at them, listening, and he's talking their language as well.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool to see that when you have that ability to go to these different dimensions. And like I said,
and we can, as humans.
And everybody can.
We have got to stop believing that we are so inferior and so apart from nature and creation.
Yeah.
We have to understand that we're born with all this capability, and it's contemporary life and other things that have made us disbelieve it.
Yeah.
But, well, that is fantastic. Now, along with the contact with Sasquatch, have you been able to have contact with other beings that I might call elementals?
Yes, again, with our culture, we have the little people.
Oh.
And even my late mom shared me stories when I was young. She always shared stories with me that she played with them. And because of like what happened was going with our people, like we got disconnected because of the history of our people. But they were always there. I always do have experience with them, just leaving candies out with we called offerings. So we or pennies, dimes, anything like that. We would gift them. So it's part of our culture to gift them. And yes, I do have some experience with the little people, plus hearing from my mom's stories that she shared with me when I was younger, and always asking questions as I was growing up about these spiritual beings, right? Yeah. And then the little people, they were helping us. They were living side by side, and they are too interdimensional as well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they live in the forest and the rocks and all that. So I'm going to share with the first story where I went to Iowa about 10 years ago, and at first, like we were going on this trail. And I was waiting for our friend there, and we were standing there, my sister and I, and we heard like what we thought was an owl at that time. And I answered back. I said, ooh, ooh, like that back. And then as soon as I did that, I looked on the ground, there was a feather. It was muddy. As I picked it up, it was muddy and dirty. And all I did was like this, and it became clean. And my sister was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, did you see that? It was like, did you see how dirty it was? And all it just went like this, and it just went clean. It was like like an owl feather.
Wow.
And so my sisters look around there. Any more? I go, no, there's only one. I said, so we went and we went on the path, and she goes, which way do we should go? Let's go towards that sound. And that's when I, coming back, we've seen signs like beds, and which I thought was a deer. But then I looked and I go, no, it looks like two deer. Whereas at that time I didn't know, like I thought it was two deer laying there. But when we came back, that's when we saw a deer. He was like caught in headlights, like he was just like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like why is he staring like that? And then I happened to look, and I thought it was my friend because she had long black hair. I was like, what is she doing over there? Then I heard that voice, what do you see? Then I looked, and I'm answering back and go, I know damn well what it is. It was a Sasquatch. And I looked, and I start, okay. And I turn around and look at my sisters. They're like, and my friend, they're trying to take a picture of that deer. And I'm there trying to hurry them up. And I went around the curb. I'm trying to make them come, and but they were just trying to take a picture of that deer, and then I hear them laughing, and I'm there like, man, that deer is going to dart out of them right at them, and I could hear them laughing. I go, wait a sec, that's not them laughing. Then I looked around the curb, and they're like still like they're trying to like take a picture, and then I told them, come on now, and we came out, and I told my sister, I said, why these guys were so loud out there? These guys were laughing. And she goes, what? We weren't laughing. Oh. And that's when I knew, okay, it was the little people. They were there laughing. And so I told my sister, yeah, I saw a Sasquatch out there. She goes, I believe you. And her pictures were all like interference.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all of them.
I've seen that,
No clear picture of the deer at all.
Yeah.
They're all interference. Yeah. And so that was the frequency, right? So
right.
You know about that.
I do.
So
absolutely.
That was the first time we went around South Dakota after that, and then there's a little there's
You're
a
deep
mountain
in
there.
Lakota territory.
Yeah, and then they have a site there where little people were seen by even the settlers. So we seen that there. We knew they were there, and then plus my brother shared stories about them. He cut one by accidentally doing yard work.
Oh no!
Because he said he went like this, and then he saw blood coming, and it squirted out, like, and I was like, he goes, "Oh my God, Judy," like as he was telling me, he goes, "I think I cut one of the little people," and because I felt so bad because I saw an eye there at the fence, like in between the fence, I saw an eye, like, right close to the ground. I knew it was one of them. So he said he was sorry, and he apologized. He didn't mean to cut him with the grass cutter there.
Oh.
So that was, and then he saw him taking off on a little log, running up that log, and he was like running like this and jumped off that log like that. And that was one story my sibling, my younger brother, shared with me.
Wow.
And then, of course, like driving just before the conference a couple of summers ago, coming back from Thunder Bay, riding by Lake Superior, there's an area where I fasted. We do a fasting ceremony. I fasted there maybe about 10 years before that, maybe 12 years before that. And I go, oh, this is the area where I fasted. And there's a lot of spiritual things
Energy
happening
there,
around
yeah.
there. And then it was raining, and I was coming around the curb, and I saw one of the little people. He was on the side of the road, and he was carrying a staff. He had a big leaf, like covering like a raincoat.
Yeah.
It was like a big leaf covering as like a raincoat, and his little. I remember like the little like almost like mucklucks where we tie them around the ankles, the cap. And then he was walking with that little staff, and he went walking, and I was coming around the curve, and I seen this, and the rock opened up. If people know about Highway 17, there's big red rocks there.
Yes.
So that rock opened up, and I could see it opening up. I'm there driving, I'm there like, oh my God, I'm seeing this. And then he's like walking in, and he walks into that rock.
Wow.
And then he walked in there, and then after when he walked in there, the rock closed up. So that was along Highway 17 by Lake Superior. So that was my latest little person experience, how they showed me, because they know about the conference that we're doing. So all these beings are coming forward and say, yeah, we want to be part of it. Don't forget us. And then I added the word Wahaktoan, meaning all spiritual beings.
Yes.
We're all connected.
Yes.
So that's why I added the word Wahaktoan on my second conference. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
To include. And yes, we are going to be expanding, like even to like sharing like paranormal stuff as well, because a lot of things of that's happening too.
Of that nature have happened.
Yeah, my late my great grandfather came down in 3D form. That's the first time I ever seen a spirit in 3D form.
I see it.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He came down and he was talking to us and talking to me and stuff. And I was looking. I was like, wow, what is an old man doing in the middle of the bush where we go blueberry picking?
Yeah.
And sure enough, my aunt posted a picture of our great-grandfather, and I go, oh, my God, that's him. There he was. And like,
well, that's some blueberry
Yes,
field.
it is. Oh, my God. Yes, it is. It's a good place to go.
Oh, my goodness.
Have, like, any kind of experience
Any kind of experience. Well, the acceptance of the little people is... I cannot think of an indigenous culture that does not have that. Even in Hawaii, they're called the Manahinis or something. And I think we talked about this briefly amongst ourselves, but myself being Irish, I don't see, there's not a huge difference between those indigenous people and the indigenous people of North America. There is a deep connection. There are clans, there are all kinds of nature-related things, and it's no surprise to me that the little people are just part of all that is over there. They're just accepted, and there are fairy circles, and there are ways to enter the fairy circle. You have to make a little offering, and you have to ask permission. And there are also vortexes.
Yes.
There are people that have seen exactly what you're talking about, where the little people either, disappear when they walk into the woods, or a hole appears, or something opens. So there are vortices where they travel, and when they're physical, maybe they have underground homes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that is fantastic. And what was I going to say? Well, you were deep in Lakota territory there, in Iowa and South Dakota, and the relationship between Bigfoot and the Lakota people is very strong.
Oh, yeah.
And
with
ancient,
all the nations.
strong
all
and
the, yeah.
ancient. Yeah.
Every nation, the First Nations people in South and North America, even in South America, they all have a connection.
They do.
With all of them.
The Maori people in Australia, the Yahweh, right? I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
They're also deeply connected. They are ancient. They are some of the most ancient people in the world.
Because they are a race of people as well. Like, you
Yeah.
know, the Bigfoot, I'm going to say Sasquatch. They are a nation of their own, like
Yes.
human.
Yeah, with
beings,
diversity.
yeah. Yes.
I mean, as I spoke with Mike a bit about that. I mean, there are all these, the Yeti in Nepal. There's many names and many locations, but they are the ancient people.
Yes.
And what a beautiful thing to be connected with them in that way. So now at the conference that's upcoming, boy, you've got a lot of interesting people on tap to do wonderful spiritual things. I can hardly wait. But you also will have the inclusion and the relationship between visual art, because you're a very amazing and unique visual artist.
Thank you.
So my pleasure. So that's going to also be incorporated. People will be able to come and see objects of art and hopefully, purchase different crafts and things that are being made.
Yes, my artwork is based on my experiences with them. Because Lesley, I never painted before. I just started painting after that first encounter
Really?
that planned by
my goodness.
the river. My family members are artists. There are a few of us. I come from a large family of 13, so there are some artists there. My brother, my sisters, but even swimmers too, when they were good swimmers. And me, I wasn't a good swimmer. I wasn't the artist
Me neither.
either. Like I remember in high school, my sister did my art portfolio for me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't draw nothing.
I had to hire someone. Sorry.
Oh my God! So that was a confession in high school. I did
Yeah.
my sister did my art portfolio
Yep.
in grade 9
Yep.
art
My
class.
boyfriend did mine. So there you go.
So my first experience with them, with the clan out in Ottawa, by the river, and for me, like I go out to the land to do ceremonies, pipe ceremony, making offerings and anything ceremony, drum, sing, whatever, or even just to release things, let go of things, cry if I have to, or laugh, or whatever I need to do to let go of things to, to heal. So when I was out there doing a pipe ceremony, and my grandsons have their little pipes too, so I keep them for them too, because they were younger then, but now they're getting older. So anyway, I had their little pipes as well. And my friend and I were out there doing a pipe ceremony, and then one was just right straight across from me.
Wow.
And he was like this. He was going back and forth real fast, and like as if he was trying to hide.
Oh.
And I'm there like,
You say, I can see you.
Same thing. I can see you. Why are you trying to hide? I can see you. And I'm loading up my pipe with tobacco, and I'm there like, I see you. Why are you trying to hide?
He just wanted to smoke.
Yeah, and I did ask him. I have a pipe here.
Oh yeah.
And my friend took the other pipe. I had 2 small pipes, and I said, you could come smoke this pipe. And this is where the mind speak came.
Yes.
He said, oh, it's too small. And I go, okay. And then he was still trying to hide. And they're like, well, why are you hiding? Like, why are you trying to hide for? I guess to see you. And then I said, and then I didn't hear anything, but I said to him, okay, let's pray together. And I raised my pipe at him, and I said, I won't look at you then. I won't look at you. But I raised my pipe, and I said, let's pray together. And then when I did that, he moved. I didn't even see him move. I didn't even see, like, the motion. Next thing, he was here in a more fuller where the trees were. It was more fuller where I couldn't really see him. And then I go, okay, just pray with me. And then I lit my pipe, and we started praying. And then after that, he asked me, can you bring us a big pipe? I'm there, yeah, I could do that. My girl, like, I'm there like, oh, yeah, I could do that. And so my friend, he was in shock, like after that, like I just drove him back home, and he didn't say a word. And all I said, did you see them? Yep. That's all he said to me. I'm there like, and I knew not to say anything better because I know he's in shock now.
Yeah.
Like he saw them. And I'm there like, wow, okay, I'm not, like, at least someone was there to see them with me when we were doing a pipe ceremony. So my friend, she made a big replica pipe, like about this big. She made it, and they also asked for a rattle. And then, so she made a big rattle as well. And so my other friend, Jennifer, she's also a pipe carrier. So I asked her, you want to, because she knows that I could see them, they're come around when I do ceremony. She goes, can I come out? And I go, yeah, sure. We're gonna call this, they're calling it a gifting ceremony. So we're gonna gift them the pipe and the rattle. Wow. And we're gonna do our pipe ceremony. She goes, okay. So she was looking around like this. I go, no, don't do that. I said, just don't do that. Just be you. We're here to pray. We're here to gift them the pipe and the rattle. Don't look for them. Just be you. Just be yourself when you're doing the pipe ceremony as you do normally with your pipe. And she's, okay. She goes, so she did. And sure enough, they came. And that's when she got to see them as well. So she got to see the young one. Oh. I'll tell you his name in a minute because he didn't tell me his name after a while. And then after when we done the pipe ceremony, we could hear the rattle.
Oh, they were using it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So it was really nice to see that kind of interaction with them, and so every time, after that first time with the pipe ceremony, I kept on going out every week, doing a sacred fire, having a pipe ceremony, and then I could see them coming, and they use these 3 trees as a portal. That's where they come through.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And then because they could levitate as well.
Yes.
Yes, they could levitate as well. Because after that, we had so many experiences down there. And some of my friends say, oh, Judy, I need to do a sacred fire. Can we go out and see your friends? I go, yeah, sure. And so this lady I bought, my childhood friend I bought out there. I'm just going to say that because, she wanted to do a ceremony of sacred fire. So we did. And sure enough, we see that young one, the one that was hiding there. He was up there like 30, 40 feet up in the tree. And then he poked up his head and went down. And then I said, oh, yeah, they're just acknowledging you. When we drove out, she said, were your friends there? I go, yeah. Did you see him? She goes, yeah. But she didn't want to say anything because I had another friend she didn't really know.
She was
she texted me later. She goes, yeah, I did see him. He was like, he just popped his head up real fast. Yeah. And I go, yeah, they were acknowledging you. And they were acknowledging you because of the ceremony that you were doing. And so we always have an experience out there, wherever take out. So my other friend, she's like a seer. She told me, this is how the event came to be. She told me, Judy, I see your art in an art gallery. I go, you know what? We're Anishinaabe women, Native women.
Yeah.
And why wait for an art gallery? Let's do our own art exhibit.
Yes.
And at that time, I was already painting them in my experience.
Yes.
And she was an experienced artist. Like, she's been painting all her life. And when I started showing my artwork, she says, oh, my God, can't even tell you're a beginner.
Well, no.
And I do an intuitive art. So I don't know if you heard that before, but it's an intuitive art where they come in and help me.
Yes.
And
I've heard
when
of
I get stuck,
there's intuitive music.
Yes.
There we can accept influence from discarnate beings with any art form.
Yes.
Writing, my late dad was a writer. I have heard him talk in my head and tell me how to get out of a certain problem. Mm-hmm. So I completely believe that.
Yeah.
Wow,
So I
so
started
intuitive
painting.
art.
Yeah, I
Okay.
started painting. I probably have about 15 pieces of artwork now. Maybe more. And these are experiences I have. And even when I was first talking to Mike Patterson, and and his friend came in the spiritual realm, and it was Neff, and I could see him, and he's like, I'm there like, Mike, your friend's here.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that he works with everybody, and he had a medicine wheel of the 4 colors of man, and he was holding it, and he was like dancing like this, like this, and they're like, and then he's like, yeah, we work with everyone. And I go, yeah, I know. I go, so, and that's when I asked Mike to be a guest speaker for the first conference.
wonderful.
So that's how we became to be, when my friend told me
in
that
contact.
and said, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do this on our own. Okay. She goes, well, what are we going to name it? I go, well, I was coming up with a name. I was like, I could hear this, something about healing. And so I messaged my brother-in-law who's in fluent Cree, and I asked him, how do you say this in Cree? How do you say that in Cree? How do you say healing in Cree? How do we say Bigfoot in Cree? And then he's like, what are you trying to say? I go, I don't know, something about Bigfoot and healing. And then he said something real cool, He said in our language, and I go, whoa.
That's it.
And I asked him, what does that mean? And he said, Bigfoot will heal us. And I go, okay. And he goes, yeah, go out to your friends and ask them if this is the name. So I went out and say it, because I'm not fluent Cree, and so it's hard for me to pronounce it. And I go, so okay, I'll go, okay. So I went out there and I asked them. I go, is this the name of the conference that we're going to name? And the young one and the Mushim, I call him the Mushim. I used to call him the elder, but then that's when the mind speak comes in. Oh no, I don't like the word elder. You know where that word comes from, where it derives from. I go, yes. He goes, call me Mushim, which means grandfather, because he was a Mushim.
Oh.
So I asked him, okay, is this the name of the conference? And they say, yes, you named that.
Well, then that's
so
it.
all the direction for the conference comes from them.
Has come from them. And
Yeah.
there will be healing.
Yes.
There will be a lot of physical healing, too.
Yeah.
People with aches and pains and who knows what, MS. There's people, we won't even know about it until later, but there's going to be healing. I can feel it. And one thing I wanted to ask you before we is, speaking about other elementals, have you had an experience with some of these other diverse beings, like maybe Dogman?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, the Dogman. In one of the pictures I sent Greg, there is a Dogman in one of those pictures. So that just happened about an hour ago, like 40 minutes coming here. And stopping by one of those parks and see a Dogman there. I do have an experience. This is out by Sudbury area. It was on the reserve. My nephew's wife showed us where we could pick medicine. And then they were up ahead of me. And I could feel something, right? And I know it wasn't the Sabi, the Sasquatch people. And I go, you're different. And I'm looking around and you're different. There's another different energy.
Yeah.
And I go, you're different. And I don't know who you are yet, but I know you're here. And then up ahead, I could hear my brother-in-law, my nephew, and all that laughing, and they're like, "Whoa!" And then I caught up to them. They're like, "Judy, look!" And I looked, and there was like a big bark peeled out from the tree that was shaped like a Sasquatch.
Oh wow!
Like the bark must have been about 8 feet, and it was peeled off the tree, and it was shaped like a Sasquatch. And I'm there like, "Whoa!" I go, "Wow." I go, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We found the root that my nephew's wife was looking for. It was I think it was a water lily root, and so she found it. But I could feel them staring at us, and my sister and my brother-in-law went up back before us, and I stayed behind with them because I know there's something out there that I need to bring in my protectors in to protect us. And so I could feel that energy. My niece was picking up the medicine, so she got it. And we were walking back, and we saw this rear track, like it was like a hoof, almost like a hoof, but almost like a deer.
Yeah.
But it wasn't neither.
It
like
was neither.
Yeah, and we didn't notice, like, it was fresh.
Yeah.
Because we were the only one on the trail, and you could tell, like, if you're a tracker, you know what time the track is made, and it was just fresh. It was just right there, but we didn't see any other track with it. It was just that one. I go, whoa, this is whatever this being is, like, interdimensional.
Yes.
It just went with one track and then back.
Yep.
And then I could feel him. I could feel someone staring at me. And I looked, and sure enough, there was, like, a dog man, like, on the ground. No, I could see his ears.
Yeah.
So I took a picture. And I took a picture on another side because I could feel them. Now they're all around us. And then go, okay.
Are they shape changers?
No, they're other beings. Like, yeah, they're like the Sabi people, like the Sasquatch people. They're another beings. They work with the Sasquatch people.
Okay.
They do work with them, and like I said, they hang around with them. It's not like they're pets or anything, but they just another type of healing type
being.
Part. Yeah.
All right.
They're like almost like healers, but I don't really get that much. They just show themselves, and then I'm just starting to get to learn.
I think they're a little less obvious than they're a little more reserved or frightened of us. Yeah, in a way.
They're more. They do want to make a connection, and I think the ones that are with the Sasquatch people are the ones that are going to be making a connection, because all of these other beings are with the Sasquatch people, like the star people, the fairies, and I've seen a lot of fairies, like even that time when we were making the video, like, out there, like, I saw a fairy flew by Greg. I go, Greg, this is just a fairy right there. Yeah.
And people can learn to see fairies. You start to perceive the little lights.
Yes.
And then after that, you can see better. But, oh, wonderful. Judy, before we go, I just want you to tell everybody out there in our broadcast land, not television land anymore, broadcast land, how to find out about the conference and the dates and any other information you'd like them to know, how to reach you maybe, or see your art or what have you.
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook. I don't have a website yet. I do, but it's not live yet. I'm working on it. So I'm on Facebook under Sackaney Art by Wachi Madoan. Wachi Madoan is my spirit name. My clan is Wolf Clan. And even my last name, Sackaney Arts. Sackaney means shapeshifter. So that's another experience that I had with the shapeshifter, where, again, ceremony, right? My youngest sister lost her son, and I told her we got to do ceremony. We got to put tobacco ties up, and then we went out there. I call it the Cedar Place. It's around Ottawa area. Called the Cedar Place, and we went out there, and there's a shapeshifter as a wolf, a Bigfoot, and a deer. So because I'm Wolf Clan,
you presented as the wolf.
Yeah, the wolf, and it happened so quick. And she saw it too, where we looked at each other, and we go like, ah, like when we went running towards where it happened. And I asked her, what did you see? And she goes, I saw him, the Bigfoot, and then the deer. Because I was on this side, I saw the wolf, him, and he was halfway into the dimension, right? Like they were shifting.
Yeah, they were shifting.
Yeah, so it's like, you ever see the speed when an object goes and they leave that
trail?
Trail.
Yeah, it's like that.
So that's what it was. He left a trail because half of him was physical and half of him was like the shape shifting from the wolf to him.
Wow.
And then the deer. And then when we arrived at the spot, that's all we saw was one track, one wolf track, one Bigfoot track, and one deer track.
Wow.
And so there's a meaning when we see these beings, there's always a teaching and a meaning to that. So,
I believe that.
Yes, because my sister, because she lost her son, the deer represents family, love, and that's what we're doing, honoring, and the healer, the Bigfoot, and then of course me, the Wolf Clan, seeing the wolf, right?
Yes,
Reminding
that was very significant.
the leader of the wolf pack, and like that's my son's spirit name, by the way, leader of the wolf pack. Yeah. And my dad just called me leader of the pack. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I had to add that name. But seeing that shapeshifter. So at the event, we're going to be connecting with them.
Good.
We choose this year was directed to go out in the land because there's the clan up there. So the clans all know that we're going to be taking place in this event. Because my dad's passing, I moved the event to August.
Yes, it's August 28th, 29th,
and 30th.
And 30th.
Experience the Bigfoot Will Heal Us fourth annual conference and healing campout, presented by Sackaney Arts and co-hosted by Field of Consciousness. From August 28th to August 30th, 2026, in the beautiful region of Ontario. A minimum fee of pay what you can. Join us for healing workshops featuring energy healing, astrology, tea leaf readings, remote viewing, and CE5 meditations. Engage with Sasquatch clans through live interactions led by traditional healer Judy Sackaney and Ian Snyder, a friend of a Sasquatch clan, including many guest speakers. Sean Orris, Mike Fastine, remote viewer, Tyler Scott, Mike Patterson, Sasquatch researcher and contactee, and group past life regression sessions with Lesley Mitchell-Clarke, master hypnotherapist and regressionist. Special appearances by Zoom by Brian Bland of the Pork and Bean Show and James Brost. Enjoy an art exhibit and delicious indigenous foods, including bison burgers. Don't miss this chance to heal and connect with the Sasquatch clans. For more information, contact SackaneyArt@gmail.com. SackaneyArt@gmail.com.
Yes.
So it's going to be out in the land by Kawarthas Lakes. We can't reveal the address yet, the physical address, because just respect of the property owner.
Right.
Because he doesn't want, like, those kind of people going around his property and creeping them out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and thinking that they're going to see
course.
Bigfoot there. But so just respect. But the people that respond and say that they will be coming, they'll get a more detailed package. And I have a detailed information of hotels around the area,
Okay.
Campsites around the area, if they, or they could just come during the day if they're not camping.
Wonderful.
And it's going to be rough camping. We're trying to get showers and things like that. But I am having like the nice bathrooms, not the porta potties. So even like I am thinking of the comfort of there, because we're going to be out in the land, and it's going to be pretty rough because we're working on the showers right now. We're looking for showers there because it is rough camping, and it's going to be out in about 2 acres of land out there on my friend's property.
Beautiful.
And we're going to be connecting with the clans out there. There is a clan up there. His name is Trulu, something like that. His clan is out that area. So all the other clans know that the conference will be there. They're going to be there, and we're going to connect them.
knows,
Yes,
he does.
yes,
He knows
yes.
everything.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
Judy,
they're all
that is-
connected. They all know each other. They all know who we are, and even the speakers that will be there. So they all know that we're coming and what we're going to be doing. And I find this is the disclosure.
Yes.
People
This is
are
how
connecting.
it's a grassroots movement.
Yes.
It's a grassroots movement.
Yeah.
That is how disclosure of wonderful etheric beings, ETs, all of it is
Yeah.
happening as a grassroots movement.
Yeah.
We know that.
And it's
So-
about healing and raising your frequency, vibration, and
That's right.
And that's what we're going to do to help people.
Well, there-
to see them. We're going to use tools. People can bring their own tools as well, like dowsing rods or those pendulums, and or even like those other tools there. My friend is going to bring some other tools as well. The spirit box, I think it's
Oh,
called.
the spirit box
Oh my
is
God,
great.
I love that. Yeah.
The spirit box is
Yeah.
great. So we'll have a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
really looking forward to it. So
Me too.
the 27th, 28th, 29th, and if people would like to, of August, and if people would like to get more information or reach out to you, you are on Facebook.
Yeah.
Judith
And-
Sackaney.
Yeah, Sackaney Art and my
Sackaney
profile,
Art,
yeah,
I'm
Judy
sorry.
Sackaney, and also have the other page, Watching Medowan, because at that time I had to. It was like I didn't really know how to make Facebook pages or whatever. My friend did that, so we created that page, and then they could contact me by SackaneyArt@gmail.com,
Oh, wonderful.
and they'll get more detailed information through that.
Judy,
way.
thank you so much for coming and
Thank you.
joining me today. It's been a wonderful conversation. And as I said, God bless you you're a midwife of disclosure.
Yeah.
That's that's the title of my next book, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Midwives of Disclosure. That's right.
Right
And they
on.
can be men or women. It doesn't matter. So
Oh yeah, wait till you meet the other guest speakers that will be
I
coming.
can't
We
wait.
got Sean Orrs coming from
Oh.
Wisconsin, Ian Snyder from New York State,
fantastic.
Mike Baston, I think 2A, Mike Baston, yeah. Who else? You.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Everyone's getting excited. My friend Johanna, she's a seer medium. She'll be doing psychic readings. and
wonderful.
I will also do cedar tea leaf readings.
Wonderful.
It's like tea leaf readings, but it's like,
Yeah. I can't
connecting.
wait.
I know. Me too.
All right, my dear. Well, listen, you take good care. You're doing the amazing work. I'm so excited for everything that's going on, and we will be there with bells on.
Yes.
Okay.
Get your
All
meat
right.
for having
Thank
me here.
you.
It's nice meeting you too.
Thank
Lesley.
you, Judy.
Bye. Yep.
Take good care now.
Okay.
We are not alone. You are watching Contact TV with your host, Lesley Mitchell-Clarke, exploring ufology, metaphysics, and beyond with the world's foremost experts.